Hey everybody, Kyle Goeth here from GoatFilmReviews.com and the Goat Film Reviews YouTube channel, and I've got my quick thoughts on My Policeman. Hopefully this is reading the correct way. This is the new Michael Grandage film. Amazon Studios sent me a screener for it, so I thought I would come here and talk to you about it. So the film stars Harry Styles and David Dawson as two friends, colleagues, if you will. Harry Styles is marrying Emma Corrin, and they're going to start their life together. And Harry Styles' character falls in love with David Dawson. And the film is presented in two time periods. It's back when they first met each other, and it's today as the older characters kind of have avoided their attraction for these years. So, I feel like I'm picking on the guy. But Harry Styles is our lead actor here. And I think his biggest problem is that he thinks what he's doing is acting. And he's not the worst actor in the world, but it's so glaringly obvious that he's not there yet. He plays Tom, the policeman, if you will, of My Policeman. And he's playing the younger version of Tom, and it's noticeable that he's not up to snuff, because the older version of Tom is played by Linus Roache, who is in films like Batman Begins, Mandy. Linus Roache is great, and he's phenomenal in this movie. But then it cuts back in time to Harry Styles, and I'm just not convinced. You know, whereas David Dawson, who plays young Patrick in the film, the older Patrick is Rupert Everett, who Rupert Everett doesn't have a ton to do in the role because he had a stroke. The character had a stroke, so he's not, like, up to faculties in terms of, like, performance vocalization. There's a very physical, facial performance done by Rupert Everett that I think is pretty solid. But David Dawson is also quite good as the younger version of him. The same is true of Emma Corrin and Gina McKee, who play Tom's wife in the film, Marion. And they're both solid as well. It's just that Harry Styles is kind of sent out as the lead actor here. And I think there's funny, you know, like, and I just don't think he's got it yet. And that's not to say that I think he can't act or that he can never act. I just think he needs more training. I think you need to start in smaller roles. Because you've got a big problem on your hand. If, you know, you've got Harry Styles headlining this film, kind of co-headlining Don't Worry, Darling, and now he's in the MCU. If he can't act, if he does not get the proper training to do this, we're up for a couple of years of real unwavering work on Harry Styles' part. And I'm not trying to hate on the guy. You know, I'm sure he's a nice guy, or maybe, I don't know. But my wife really likes his stage presence at his concerts. But I just think, like, you've got to get the training. Because I mentioned this during, I think, my Don't Worry, Darling first reaction as well. I didn't always love Channing Tatum. I didn't always love Dave Bautista or John Cena. But I think those are all actors that have, one, found roles that fit their specific acting style, and two, have gone through acting lessons and training and have learned and have grown where they've become better and more suited to roles that are for them. That's what needs to happen here for Harry Styles. I think he needs to stop doing leads for a little while and just take up a supporting role, because he's fine in Dunkirk. He doesn't have much to do, so he's fine at what he's doing in Dunkirk. But just these other two films have not done it for me as far as performance. And because he's one of the leads, it's really tough, because he's one of the emotional, resonant parts. Thankfully, Emma Corrin is great. She plays the wife. She was also, I think, in Lady Chatterley's Lover on Netflix that came out recently. Yeah, and it's like, she's great in this film, and because she's kind of a co-lead too, we're able to link to her. We're able to connect with her. It's just that he's noticeably absent. Harry Styles is noticeably absent in a film with great performances all around. That's all I'm trying to say. Anyway, enough of that now. Let me know your thoughts on the film. Before I close, I should say, I did like the movie. I liked the movie. I just think it would have been so much better if all the performances were up to snuff. And I think it could have been. And I think, that's disappointing. But overall, I did like the movie. And I want to know what you thought about My Policeman down below in the comment section. Make sure to comment your thoughts on the film. And maybe what's an underrated Amazon Prime film that you caught this year that maybe I didn't. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section below on that as well. Please make sure to like and subscribe. There are 2 free things you can do that help support the channel immensely. And you never miss new episodes of the show as they drop, which I always appreciate. Yeah, wouldn't you? Be my watcher. Sorry, guys, I'm really weird today. I've had a long day. While you're down there as well, please make sure to check out the link for goatfilmreviews.com for my written reviews. You can find Goat Film Reviews on Facebook. You can follow me personally on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at Almighty Goatman. You can also check out Kyle and Nick on Film, the show that I co-host with Nick Plotchuk from the St. Paul Filmcast. We have new episodes Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Those links are down in the description. You can also find down there a link for the Minnesota Film Critics Alliance, which I am a member of. We've got our upcoming awards on there and a lot of other good content from the many film critics that I work with. Thank you guys for joining me, and we'll see you next time.